Good morning, stackers. Will the silver price dip then rip? Let's take a look at the chart with me, Joe Main, brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, and Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com. Let's do a quick synchronized slurp. Grab your tasty beverage. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. All right, here is silver on the daily time frame price in USD, $37.36 US cents. I'll do the quick overview, what we've been talking about recently. If you're new to the channel, of course, hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. All right, we've got our indicators on. We've been talking about this 5-wave Elliott move up, Elliott wave move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fact that we had shown bearish divergence on the daily time frame, so between the 3 and the 5 right there, you've got a higher high. Love higher highs, that's great, but look at the relative strength index, okay? That's an equal high, or so that's signaling some bearish divergence, okay? The momentum indicator isn't going up in the same direction or at the same rate as the price is, okay? So that can signal some bearishness, okay? And then after a 5-wave move, what you tend to get, not always, but is an A, B, C correction. And we've been talking about this level here. You've got from the Fibonacci from this low and this high. Here's its normal expected support range, or at the zag zone. Okay, that's between $32.60 and $35.30. Now, I don't think it could get down to that $33 area. I don't think so. My bias would have been to dip anywhere down into here. So 34 right there, anywhere up to that $35.30 mark. So what happens just not that long ago is that we had a little move, and I'll show you on the 4-hour, that looked like it might be invalidating that larger A, B, C move, and it's right here. Okay, so we came up and I said anywhere above about $38.50, as long as we remain above it, would then for me be invalidating that larger ABC move down to that 34 to 35 area. What we did is we broke above that $38.50 area, but unfortunately on that smaller time frame, on the 4-hour, it was also a bearish divergence. So again, you had a higher high here, and then look at that. That's not even an equal high, that's a lower high on the relative strength index. So that's even a bit more of a stronger bearish divergence, and we've seen that play out. It's a little bit of an excess kind of move, a little blow off top, I guess, on the 4-hour time frame, and we've seen that move back down. Then I said right here, I'll keep it on the 4-hour time frame. I said above here, meaning above $37.50, up we go next. Below here, below $37.50, more downside. Okay, so we've seen a break of $37.50 in the last 24 hours roughly. More downside to come potentially. Okay, so now, are we going to see a little bit of a further dip? I do think so, just a slightly lower, if not potentially that full ABC pattern still on the cards at this stage. So let me know in the comments, are you hoping for that? Do you hope that it gets down to that $35, $34 kind of area? Would that be like the last big dip back up the truck kind of thing for you? Let me know in the comments. Again, I'm full bullish for silver over the long term. It's going to break $50. It's going to go to triple-digit silver in the next years coming, and possibly several hundred, multiple triple-digit silver on the long term. We just price go up and price go down. Let me know in the comments. But what I'd really need to see in order for that not to be the case is I really want, again, from this low and this high, I would like to see that $36.90 level right there. Can you see that? The 0.236, $36.90. That respected, that would be nice. So just have a little bit further dip, that's fine. That's previous resistance as well. Can you see how that lines up really nicely? Okay, do something like, look, it's getting a bit detailed here, I know, particularly if you're watching on a phone, but a little dip to here would be perfect. And then, okay, do ignore the pattern, ignore the time frame, but not until we get back over, that area there of $38.70 roughly, can we say that this larger pattern is invalidated yet? We nearly did it, but it was a little fake out, okay? Otherwise, if we break down and hold below $36.90, call it 37 even, then yeah, we're talking that kind of thing into that area. So tell me your thoughts. Would you love to see that? On balance of probability, At this stage, look, I'm gonna stick, I think, with a 50-50 chance at this stage. My bias was to the downside. Let me just check, I guess. Let me just confirm that. Confirm in real time what my actual... Okay, so here it is on the weekly time frame. Yeah, so you really need that... Yeah, you need that 36.90 to hold. There's your 30... Where's our 34? There's your 34 right there. Okay, and there's your 35.30 right there. I'm going to say 50-50 for now. Yeah, okay, I could probably go a little bit more biased to the downside, but I'll while we're above that... Yeah, while we're above this 36.90, I'll just stay 50-50 at this stage. But yeah, you break that, then I'll probably flip to 80-20, like that. Okay, so that is a silver potential last dip as such before it rips. Now, it will rip. Eventually, it'll rip up to $50 once it breaks $50, just so you know, for all the people who are getting into silver for the first time. If you were like me back in 2010 and you're like, what is this silver thing? Okay, and then you started learning. Okay, let's just quickly show you very quickly right here. This is the world's longest cup and handle formation. Okay, 1980, $50. 2011, $50. Silver has never broken its 1980 price. It's the only asset in the world that has never broken its 1980 price, which is weird, isn't it? Don't you think? World's longest cup and handle formation, 45 years for, well, something, X amount of years for that, 45 years here. It's not going to do this. As I've been saying, generally it doesn't do, let me get rid of that. You don't get up to about here and then just go and just fall off a cliff. That's not going to happen, okay? Unless there's a black swan event which no one can see, and then, you know, we're all doomed anyway. But it's going to make a play for 50. Generally, triple tops are not a thing. 1, 2, 3, you might stuff around there for a little bit, but it will be breaking 50. And the point that I'm making is when it starts breaking $50, that's when you're going to see those rip kind of prices, not just slow movements, but you're going to see some quick movements up to, you know, higher targets. Okay, I'm not saying it's shooting for $100 in 2 months' time after it breaks $50, but yeah, you're going to see these mini ripping levels, okay, particularly when it breaks that $50, which it will eventually. I'm still of the opinion that we can at least come and test $50 again in 2025. We may even break $50 in 2025. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Of course, if you want to buy precious metals, which I know you do, why wouldn't you? That's why you're watching this video. Head over to Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au if you live in Australia. If you're Australian based, buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. Why? They really are the best bullion dealer in all of Australia right now. How the hell would I know? Because I worked for 3 of the major gold and silver bullion dealers here in Australia over the last 15 years, roughly. So I kind of know what I'm talking about. These guys were the first, and I still think only there might be one other little mum and pop kind of store that's offering free shipping. No other bullion business in Australia ever dared offer free shipping when you had over a certain amount of items in your shopping cart or even a dollar value. Spend or have 20 or more items in your shopping cart and you get free shipping from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. They were the first to do it. They are still the best, I think, in my humble opinion, as of right now. Until another company comes along and blows these guys out of the water, it ain't happening. perthbullion.com.au. We'll go back to here. I won't do gold, silver, platinum, etc. today. Just wanted to focus on silver. Again, I go live on Tuesdays and on Thursdays, so you'll get another live show tomorrow, which I'll then go through gold, platinum, copper. We'll talk about that other stuff as well. And please hit the big red subscribe button to stay updated with all of my content throughout the week. And can you follow me over at x.com/It's Joe Main as well. You get lots more content over there too. Let's do a final synchronized slurp. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, I'll see you on the live show tomorrow. Everyone, stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking whatever you're stacking, and I'll see you soon.